Hello, everybody. Okay, well, sorry I'm late, but if I'm not late, I'm not me, I guess. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, so how is everybody? Hope everybody is good. Hope your day is going good, or your night, depending on where you are. Okay. All right, so there's a few things I want to talk about today. Why don't I see? Hold on a second. Sorry. Okay, how is everybody? Are you guys good? All right, so let's. Okay, first I want to talk about party goers 1 and 2. The two Jane Does that wanted to come forward and claim to be at the party. So, as we learned in this case from Sammy and her interviews and really pulling them apart and looking at them, let's go through and do that with party goers 1 and 2. And if you listen, it's a lot easier when you can see the words that they are saying, all right? So let's go over Jane Doe 1's story that she told to Chronicles of Olivia. All right. Can you guys all see that good? You guys good? You guys okay? All good. Got it. All right, so let's go over this. All right, this is party goer number 1's statement. Jane Doe number 1. Yeah, of course I don't mind at all. I'm at a golf tournament in Nevada right now, so it might be a little bit loud. I was at the party and it was my first one. I was only there from like 10:30 until 11 because my friend had a soccer tournament in the morning. And make sure you guys follow me and pay attention to the words that she is saying. Now listen. I was there from like 10:30 to 11 because my friend had a soccer tournament in the morning and we were only juniors at the time. So we technically, it was more like a senior party. We weren't that, and then she paused. We didn't have like that many senior friends. I did know Kiely. She went to Forest Charter with me, and she was amazing. You know, she definitely hung out with a lot of druggies, I guess you could say. They were always stoned. I don't know if she was, because I never really talked to her. So let me get this straight. All right, so let's go over what we've got so far. So you were a junior, you were not a senior, so you weren't supposed to be there, but you were there, okay? You did know Kiely because she went to Forest Charter with you. She was amazing, but she did hang out with a lot of druggies. They were always stoned. I don't know if she was because I never really talked to her. So you know Kiely, but you've never talked to her. So why are you on this phone call? Why are we having this conversation? Right? First of all. Okay, and let's go on from there. She loved music class. That's really all I know about her. I didn't hang out with her that much. Do you see how contradicting already that this girl's story is? So, so I did know Kiely. She went to Forest Charter with me. I never really talked to her. I know that she loved music class. That's really all I know about her because we didn't hang out. Okay. So let's just go on from there. I'd say there were like, if I had to guess, I'd say like 200 people there, but I don't know because I left really early. I was there and I did see Kiely right before I left. I was like walking towards the car and I was with my friends, one of my senior friends who's a guy. He was with me the whole time and I was basically just clinging on to him because I was scared to death. Okay. So I know it's confusing, right? So you're at this party. You didn't really know Kiely. You knew she liked music class, but you didn't really know her because you didn't hang out with her. And then you were at this party where there was 200 people, but you don't know because you left really early. So you, in your own words, you were there for a half an hour. You did see Kiely right before you left, but you were scared and clinging on to the arm of your guy friend because you were scared to death. Okay, so let's just keep going from there, okay? So I was there and I did see Kiely right before I left. I was like walking towards the car and I was with my friends, one of my senior friends who's a guy. He was with me the whole time and I was basically just clinging on to him because I was scared to death because it was my first party and there were a lot of people that I didn't know. And then I was with one of my other junior friends. But you just said you were with this guy the whole entire time, the whole entire half hour that you claim to have been there. Okay, we'll just keep going. And then I was with one of my other junior friends, the one that had soccer practice in the morning. Now, earlier in the conversation, she just told us that her friend had a soccer tournament the next morning. And now she says, oh, I was with my friend, the one that had soccer practice in the morning. And then one of my other senior friends, like the girl's older sister. So whose older sister are we talking about that was at the party? And she drank a little bit. There was a lot of drinking there. I didn't drink anything because I'm a Christian and I don't like drinking. I only drink in Spain. Okay, chick. So you went to Forest Charter with Kiely. You didn't really know her. The only thing you knew about her was that she liked music class because you never really talked to her and you never hung out. You were at this party. It was your first party. So you were scared to death. So you were clinging onto the arm of one of your guy friends. And then you were sitting there talking to your junior friend who has soccer practice in the morning after you told us she was going to a soccer tournament in the morning, okay? And then one of your other senior friends, like the girl's older sister, do you see how she talks, you guys? So, and then one of my other seniors, senior friends, like the girl's older sister. So is it one of your senior friends or is it one of your, it was an older sister, right? Of a senior. That's what you're saying. Okay. And she drank a little bit. There was a lot of drinking there. I didn't drink anything because I'm a Christian and I don't like drinking. I only drink in Spain. Okay. So you don't like drinking, but you were at a party that scared you to death and you didn't know the people that were there. So do you guys see what I'm saying? This girl is full of shit. Full of crap. I don't believe a word she says. I think this was all these call-ins were staged. I mean, just listen to the wording she's using. And I only drink in Spain? What is that all about? Okay, so let's go from there. Um, yeah, that's all the information I have because I wasn't really active at the party. I literally sat by a tree. I literally sat by a tree with my friend who had soccer practice in the morning, and we sat there like kind of judging people, I guess you could say. Like people that we knew, they didn't know us because we like stalked them on social media. I was like, what? What? All right, let's. You guys, you could not make this stuff up. I am serious. I wasn't really active at the party. I literally sat by a tree with my friend who had soccer practice in the morning, and we sat there like kind of judging people, I guess you could say. Like people that we knew, they didn't know us. So you were there with people that you didn't know at a party that you didn't want to be at because you don't drink, because you're a Christian and you're not in Spain. Am I with you so far? Are you with? Do I got you so far? So you sat by a tree for a half an hour, clinging on to some guy's arm, talking with your other junior friend, judging people that you don't know because you stalked them on social media. What? How freaking do you realize how insane this sounds? Like if I was talking to this girl, I'd be like, okay, come on. I mean, who is this? Is this a joke? Because this is the most bullshit story I've heard. Okay. So we like stalk them on social media. We would be like, oh my gosh, is this who like Teen Boy? Like, oh my gosh, weren't they dating? We did that kind of thing for like 20 minutes. So we were like, okay, let's leave. And then we went home and watched Netflix. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Do you guys not find this the most completely insane story I mean, it's like, holy crap, girl. Get it together. Right? So I think people that are taking this girl's word for, for it's bogus in my opinion. It's just bogus. Like I would not buy this story if you were trying to feed it to me. There's just no way. Like I feel like this is so made up, so shittily, like so crappily made up. Crappily a word, guys? So, it's just the biggest, it's like, who set you up for this, you fool? Who told you to make this call? Because you sound, it sounds ridiculous. I know. It's kind of like Sammy's interview, every one she's ever done, where her words don't make sense and she says this off the wall shit. And then we went home and watched Netflix. It's like, come on. Do you guys see what I'm saying? All right. Are you guys with me? I mean, I want you to let me know in the chat if you agree, like if you think this girl is truthful or if she's full of shit. I know. It's so insane, you guys. Yeah, she's definitely telling a story. All right, so let's go. Let's go on to party goer number 2. I Tammy Lynn, I agree with you. It's like, come on, you couldn't come up with something better than this. It's like, my God. And you could tell how many inconsistencies are already. So first, her friend was going to a soccer tournament in the morning, and that's why they had to leave at 11. And then over here, she mentioned soccer practice like 3 or 4 times. And then you can see how she talks in circles. I did know Kiely. I never talked to her. All I know about her, she likes music class. We didn't hang out that much. It's all it's all like stupid shit. I know, I only drink in Spain. Like, how often are you in Spain? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why you would have been at the party if you don't drink, you don't do drugs, you don't hang out with druggies. You know what I mean? But that's what we've all been led to believe, that this party was just a drug-fueled alcohol. It was like a freaking rager. That's what everybody wants us to think. So what are you doing there, you little Christian girl who doesn't drink? And, I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. And yeah, Christians do drink, so that's some dumb crap to say anyway. Because Christians drink. They drink wine. All right, so let's go on to party goer number 2. All right, Jane Doe number 2. Wrong one, hold on. All right, let's go on this one. Sorry, hold on a second, you guys. Hold on. All right, so if I can get this pulled up here. All right, let's go over this. Party goer number 2. All right. There were around 200 people. It's not very usual to see this. It's not very usual to see this at a party. Especially, and now listen to this. Again, you guys really got to pay attention to the wording and how they say these things. Especially at Sanctuary, because the road is so rough, people hate partying out there. I never saw anyone sketchy show up. I never noticed anyone sketchy when I was there. I definitely never saw Jagger there. I don't think he was there at all. When I spoke to Kiely, she was intoxicated, but she seemed happy. There was nobody there in wet clothes. They would have frozen so badly. It was raining all day that day. It was cold out. I don't know about the shrooms. I don't smoke or trip on substances, so I don't really look for them. Okay, can we just pause there for 1 second? Is this, are you the same freaking bonehead that called in pretending to be party goer number 1? Because you sound just like her. I mean, do you guys agree with that? Do you not think that she sounds exactly like the chick we were just listening to? It's insane. I know. What kid says substances? I don't smoke or use substances. It's like, okay. See, this is clearly all set up, but like these people, whoever they are, were clearly coached on what to say by an adult, by LE. Like, what kind of teenager says substances? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's just keep going from there. Okay, I definitely never saw Jagger there. I don't think he was there at all. When I spoke to Kiely, she was intoxicated, but she seemed happy. There was nobody there in wet clothes. They would have frozen so badly. Like, just the wording. Like, this is not how you would say things regularly. You know what I mean? In a regular conversation, this is not how you would talk. All right. It was raining all day that day, and it was cold out. I don't know about the shrooms. I don't smoke or trip on substances, but it's like, whoa, whoa. You're the only one talking about shrooms here. You're the one bringing up the shrooms and substances. So what do you mean you don't know nothing about them? You knew enough to say you didn't know anything about them. See, you guys pick that up. All right. I don't smoke or trip on substances, so I don't really look for them. I do believe she was intoxicated before 11. Now let's just pause it right there. So the other party goer was there from 10:30 to 11. Didn't they say that Kiely showed up to the party between 10 and 10:30? Isn't that what was said? You guys in the chat. Didn't it what time did Kiely get to the party? Wasn't it between 10 and 10:30? Okay, sassy, thank you. Okay. So, the other girl, party goer number 1, we'll say, was there. She got there from 10:30 to 11. Kiely got there anywhere between 10 and 10:30. But by 11, this chick is saying she was severely intoxicated. I mean, this shit, guys. It's crazy. Okay. I do believe she was intoxicated before 11. The girls in the black and white photo were in Reno, not Prosser, and I know this for sure because I'm friends with the one who took the photo. I don't know about Sammy and Kiely's relationship. I never saw Kiely fight anyone. See, this girl, there's the problem with these kids is there's so many truths within all of their lies, right? So they are the ones, everything we know so far is because they've let things slip out. I don't care what anybody says. I believe Kiely was in a fight that night. And this chick wants to say, I don't know about Sammy and Kiely's relationship. I never saw Kiely fight anyone. So, do you guys know what I'm saying? It's like everything that's out there. It's literally like they watched all the stuff that's going on about them and all the stuff that people are saying. And this chick was writing stuff down and she's like, well, I'm going to call in and say the exact opposite of what everybody else is saying. It's insane. Okay, so let's just go on from there. I never saw Kiely fight anyone, but the fight that was in the video was a playful fight. Oh, yes, it looked like a playful fight. Right, guys? I know those boys. I didn't see Kiely drink or smoke, but she did smell strongly of alcohol and was having a hard time walking straight, and her speaking was slow. So, right after it, like, what happened here? What happened to Kiely? Right? Because according to you, jerk off number 2, you saw her. She was severely according to your testimony or your statement, she was so severely intoxicated that she could barely walk, and she was speaking slow, and you didn't help her? You didn't think to help her? Right? So do these kids realize this bullshit that they're telling is making you realize how it's making them look? Because it's like, if I had it my way, and it's true, like if I had it my way, every single person that was involved would be paying for it. And even if they weren't involved, but they knew about it and didn't say anything, oh, their asses would be mine too. I bet you that. All right, so let's keep going. I don't believe that this could have been a drunk accident, honestly. Sanctuary Road can be impossible to drive on, especially with how intoxicated she seemed when I talked to her. Just a week before, a kid had high-centered his truck on the road, So it's not an easy one to navigate, like even sober. And I don't know anything going on between Kate and Jagger. I tend to stay out of people's personal relationships just because it isn't my business. Why are you volunteering all of this information? Right? Why are you speaking about things that you claim to have no knowledge of? You brought up the shrooms. You brought up the other drugs. You brought up Kate and Jagger. So I think you're full of shit. Okay. And you guys, I want to real quick, please hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. That would be highly, highly appreciated. Oh, hold on. Let me go over and read that. It says, Mitch, 1999, thank you so much for the super sticker. You guys are awesome. All right, so, sorry, let me get back over here. That's the only way. Y'all, I need to get another monitor. This is the only, I only have my laptop, so it's the only screen I have. I don't have another screen, so that's why I got to keep doing that. I'm sorry. What? When are you done? Honey, as soon as I get done. What's that? All right, I'll let you know. So 50 minutes? Oh, Michael and Renee Flowers. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'll let you know, babe. Sorry. Okay. All right, so the kid high-centered his truck on the road, so it's not an easy one to navigate. Oh, yeah, okay. I tend to stay out of people's personal relationships because it's none of my business. All right. I had personally seen Kiely around that night, but I also didn't ever see her with Sammy, and Sammy didn't even actually host the party. All right, guys. Remember when Sammy did, because other people don't seem to remember. People seem to want to take these two chicks' words for it. But y'all remember when Sammy did the interview with American Dream Chaser? Right now, it's her infamous interview, because it was the interview where she let all of her crap slip up and everybody found out she was a liar. Okay, in that interview, he literally said something about her hosting the party, and she was like, yeah, it was my party, I put the party on. And now we want the story to change to, well, Sammy didn't put the party on. 3 boys did. 3 boys from different towns put this party together. That's what we're being told to believe now. All right. Okay, so I had personally seen Kiely around that night, but I also didn't ever see her with Sammy, and Sammy didn't even actually host the party. So here we have somebody who is contradicting Sammy, but at the same time, I don't believe either one of them, you guys. Oh, jeez. Okay. Sorry, my cat jumped up here on the computer. All right, it was 3 boys from the area, from Incline, North Tahoe, and 1 truckie. And the truckie boy actually had to work that night, so I don't even think he was there. I never ended up seeing him. Okay, so these 3 boys put this party on, right? And the 1 boy who just happens to be from Truckee had to work that night, and he wasn't at his own party. Do you honestly expect us to believe that? No, we are not going to. We don't buy it. We're not buying it, okay? So, let's see. And I don't ever remember seeing him. When I spoke to Kiely that night, she was severely intoxicated. Like, she had been stumbling her speech, was slurring, but I also don't know her well, so I don't know her normal behavior. It's like, come on, seriously? Are you going to say that, oh, she was stumbling, she was severely intoxicated, but I don't know her, so I don't know what her normal behavior would be? Obviously, a normal behavior wouldn't be that. You would know. You know what I'm saying? It's just so stupid, the words that come out of these people's mouths. Okay. I had only seen her around and maybe spoken to her once or twice at things like parties. Other than that, I never really saw her. She did go to a different school than me. She did mention having a ride, but she was alone and it was dark when I talked to her. People have also commented about kids not seeing things and the moon was bright that night, but Sanctuary is under trees and I had a hard time seeing because the generator that was running the lights had turned off or gone home earlier. So I personally couldn't see very much. What? I mean, it's just ridiculous. I would never buy, if somebody called me and was like, hey, I was at this party and this is the story they fed me, I'd be like, okay, you're full of shit. Click. Have a nice day. Like, it's just, it's bull. That's all that it is. Okay. So the generator that was running the lights had turned off or gone home earlier. So you don't even know. You don't even know what time the lights went off and you were there. But you can tell us, Kiely was so hammered and so wasted, but you don't even know when the lights turned off. You guys see what I'm saying? So I personally couldn't see very much. All right. Let's go over to this other one. Okay. Geez, you guys. Here we go again. Hey, you know what, though? No camper pop-ups this time. Okay. That night, this is hers continued. Okay, you guys? Please, again, hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. We bring good videos. Just hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe. All right. That night, people began to show up around 9. It was a small group of people that I knew. Listen to this. Listen to the wording, okay, you guys? It was a small group of people that I knew. I wasn't close with any of them, but I knew them, so I was happy that they came. I felt comfortable around them. So all of this happened before 9 o'clock p.m., and Kiely wasn't even there. Around 10, a huge group of people showed up. Now, this part makes no sense, you guys. Listen to this. Around 10 o'clock, a huge group of people showed up. A friend of mine was leading them. She said, I don't know any of these kids, but they were all down the road by the intersection because they had no clue where to go. So I led them to the right place. What in the hell does that who even would say that? Does that even sound like a natural thing that somebody would say? She said my friend was leading them, and she said she didn't know them, but she found them down the road, and so she led them to the right place. It's just so stupid. No, Sammy did not go to the same school as Kiely. All right. My guess is that these kids must not have been from Truckee. Maybe they were from the Tahoe region around Incline mostly, and maybe some North Tahoe kids. Because most Truckee and a lot of North Tahoe kids know where Sanctuary is because it is a popular spot for us. Did you guys catch that? She said most Truckee kids and North Tahoe kids know where the Sanctuary is because it is a popular spot for us. But earlier in the conversation, She said that nobody liked to party there because of the road. So is it popular or not? Do people like to party there or not? Why don't you get your shit together and straighten out your story before you want to claim to be a witness? Your stories, both of them, Jane Doe 1 and 2, are so bad that if we were in a court of law, they would not be allowed to be witnesses because they'd be unreliable. Their statements literally contradict themselves. Okay, so I will go on. I noticed that a lot of people have commented that there aren't many photos. Oh, you guys, this part really gets me too. Listen to this. I noticed that a lot of people have commented that there aren't many photos and videos from that night, and it's true. A lot of kids up here don't spend their time on their phones at parties. I personally never noticed a whole lot of kids on their phones other than when people were like taking B-reels or taking random pictures. But most of the time, it's like 0.5s of their friends' faces, like funny stuff like that. Not anything like crazy that actually shows the party. Come on, you guys. Seriously? So you say that it's true that there are not a lot of pictures and videos from that night because a lot of kids up here don't spend their time on their phones at parties. You personally never noticed a whole lot of kids on their phones except when they were taking B-reels or taking pictures. Somebody needs to tell this chick that the definition of being on your phone would be taking videos or pictures. But most of the time, it's like 0.5s of their friends' faces, like funny stuff like that. Not anything like crazy that actually shows the party. Come on, y'all. That's because there was no party. That's just my opinion. But holy crap. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Oh, not any crazy pictures or anything. Not like anything that actually shows the party. Oh my gosh. I know, right, Pamela? This person knows an awful lot for barely ever being there. All right. So, or no, she's just pulling it out of her butt. That's what I'm saying because I don't buy it. I don't buy any of it. Like, I know I personally don't take pictures of parties in general. Around 10:30, there were glow sticks all over the ground. That was one thing that I noticed because a boy had brought them earlier in the night. People were like putting them on all this stuff, but they had started to fall off. All the glow sticks I had fell off because I was putting them in bottles and like setting the bottles places. A lot of kids started also to pick up the glow sticks and throw them at each other, which was making some people really mad. There's also been a lot of talk about the fight that was shown on the news from the night, the picture from the party of the people that was actually a fight from earlier this year, because they're very common up here. Yeah, we know that. It's called the freaking secret fight club y'all want to have. People always bring boxing gloves to parties and friends box each other for fun, but it's always friends. Like, there's never any ill intention in these matches. There are always kids mediating these box fights and are there to break them up if they need to. And there's always the biggest rule, you guys, during these, is you're not allowed to hit the other person in the face or head just because we don't want anyone getting injured. Like, I have personally been in a boxing match with a friend just for fun, and I didn't want to hurt her. It was just for fun. At 12:30, the crowd had shrunk a lot. And then she just said that she left, and then Chronicles of Olivia started talking again. So, I mean, if you cannot clearly see that both of these stories are just bogus, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me send it over to the chat. What do you guys think about Party Goer 1 and 2? I think they are full of crap. Well, Mrs. Kelly, there's no photos or videos because she just said people don't take photos and videos. It's like, come on. We're not stupid. We're not dumb. I know. It's just the biggest load of crap I ever seen. And I don't think, I mean, you guys, this is just my opinion, but I don't take anything they say here to the, like, for word at all. It's just BS. All right, so, whoops, let's get that out of the way. Oh, yes, the fight clubs that happen here all the time. Oh, God, you guys, I am telling you. So she says, oh, fights like that happen up here all the time. Yes, we are aware. Thank you. Mass gatherings and organized fights among teenagers have police. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm so sorry. Hannah. This is why lives are hard, you guys, when you got all these kids. It's a little difficult, so work with me, you guys. Just bear with me, all right? All right, mass gatherings and organized fights among teenagers have police and community groups urging parents to keep a closer eye on what their kids are up to. Community advocates want families to get involved before someone is seriously hurt. This was put out a year ago, March 27th, 2021. It's like, do these kids have parents? Do they parent their children? Or are these teens just allowed to go around and do whatever the hell they want to do? It seems to me like they're running the town, like they're running everything. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. All right, now let's go and talk about. Well, I'll wait for that. Okay, let's do. Okay, yeah. And I wanted to go over this again for those of you that are new and were not able to catch it the other day when I had talked about it. I think this is wicked important, and I think people that don't pay attention to it are completely insane, or they're just up for the agenda. Okay. So this was written from volunteers that showed up to search for Kiely, okay? Whatever volunteers were finding while hiking, we didn't hear of anything relevant, honestly. The bullet casing I found looked old. They were uploading pictures to the app the family and friends created, which was actually very cool. But there was hardly any LE ever present, and high school kids were running the booths they had for her where people were checking in, and anything they found was dropped there. Insane. Was essentially cleared. This response was why we felt like we were going to This response was why we felt like we were being turned down. Oh, Shauna, thank you so much for the super chat. You guys are so awesome. Kathleen, welcome. Thank you for subbing. Okay. And also, you guys, we did just start membership for the channel. So those of you that are interested and are able to do so, it'd be awesome if you guys join the channel. There'll be extra content, extra videos. I think I think you guys will like it. So there's that. All right, back to what I was saying. Sorry. Okay. Like I said, you guys, I have to switch screens anytime I hear that because it's either a new sub or a super chat or a super sticker or something. So anytime I got to go over there in order to acknowledge it, in order for me, myself, to see it. So that's why I have to do that. Okay. Um, okay, we kept going in. We had ATVs and equipment Ellie did not have when we saw them. Whenever we asked for an update on what was most recently checked, guidance where they'd prefer us to go through, they literally told us just go to the volunteer booth at the rec center and get the app. Teenage girls were running this volunteer check-in for the volunteer search. It was kind of like a WTF thing we all felt. The last week leading up to them finding her, we only saw divers and they weren't in marked vehicles or marked gear, but were legit divers and they were on the opposite side of the beach, across from where she was at. On the regular, even my buddy, who is a care flight pilot, was told he wasn't needed when offering his services on day 5. Once the organizing by the family and friends died down, Ellie stopped returning calls or emails regarding our assistance. It was almost like in the family friends organizing were there, we were welcomed, but that stopped surprisingly quick. We had received an exact spot where the phone last pinged and were told over and over the water was cleared. People were swimming or kayaking over here nearly every day. Police weren't even present at the booths. They were holding for her at town events, nothing. It was just high school kids on microphones organizing shit. I've never seen anything like it. The high school kids were collecting whatever people found out hiking and searching. Volunteers just had to go talk to 16 to 17-year-olds. It was crazy. We and the independent volunteer organization throughout Truckee. These organizations are retired professionals in search and rescue, wildlife, military, etc. Very popular in mountain towns. Were asked to assist early on, but after a few days were no longer being organized or included in anything with law enforcement. And from what my supervisor told us, we were basically turned away. So no longer working hand in hand with LE, we organized on our own and went up daily and reported everything back to LE at the end of the day. Anyone could go up and do whatever they wanted. The area was never closed off. It just was odd this search was still going. But your neighbor's search and rescue and your local retired pilots, drivers, etc. were being kind of turned away. I mean, that says something huge about this. If you don't see, like, okay, in my opinion, cover up is written all over this case. Honestly, kids are talking, kids were doing the investigations, kids were talking to other teens. I mean, kids were in charge of what was being found. Anyone who wanted to volunteer or do anything had to contact Sammy. I mean, this is just the most insane thing I've ever seen in a case. What the hell is going on in that town? Hey, get down. I mean, seriously, you guys. Have you ever seen or heard anything like it? It's so insane to me. Apparently, kids do run Truckee. It's like Children of the Corn, but like in that town. It's ludicrous. Yeah, and y'all, I don't care what anybody says. Anybody who was at that, Sammy who put herself there, Mags who put herself there, but only for 10 minutes. Anybody who put themselves out of their own mouth and said they were there around Kiely that night should have been suspects 1 through however many there were. And the cops made it clear right from the very beginning that they were not investigating these teens for anything that happened that night. They were partnering with them, but they were not investigating them. Now, that could be a cop tactic to be like, hey, we're not investigating you, tell us what happened and we won't arrest you. You know what I mean? But on the other hand, to me, It's more like, no, we're not investigating you because we want this shit squashed, done, over with, and to get all back on with our lives. It's me, Sienna. Thank you so much for subbing to the channel. All right, you guys. You got to give me just 1 minute. I will be right back. Don't leave. I got more to talk about. I'll be right back. All right, you guys. I'm so sorry about that. Y'all, it is not easy. Okay. So. Sorry. I've got to pull my stuff up. Oh, yeah. Before I do that, I want to say this right here. Okay. Let's talk for a minute about criminals and alibis. You guys, I am telling you, if it is not one thing. Oh, Don, thank you for the subscribing to the channel. Welcome. Okay, let's talk for a minute about criminals and alibis. What is an alibi? An alibi is something that proves you were somewhere else when a crime took place. Usually, you need someone to confirm your whereabouts to verify your alibi. Right? We're all on the same page? In order to clear someone for a crime, you must prove that they were somewhere else during the time period that the crime took place, which means you have to know what time the crime took place. It's me, Sienna. Thank you so much for the super chat. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. So in order to clear someone for a crime, you must prove that they were somewhere else during the time period that the crime took place, which means you have to know what time the crime took place. If you have no time frame of a crime, how can anyone be cleared for that said crime? Think about it. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Now, Jagger, so if it's true and he has been cleared as a person of interest, we have to ask ourselves, how could that possibly be? Because they said that he had an alibi. An alibi for what? We don't know when Kiely went missing. We don't have a time frame that she went missing. We don't have a time frame that she died. So how does he have an alibi and how has he been cleared for a time that we don't even know of yet? Do you guys see what I'm saying? So somebody is covering his ass for sure. I mean, it's crazy to think, you know, y'all, I really think this community and all these people that are involved, this is probably the one, this could possibly be like one of the biggest cover-ups we've seen. How could you freaking, again, and I would like to ask one of these law enforcement officers, how can Jagger be cleared? How could he give you an alibi? For what time? How long was the alibi for? 2 days? 3 days? You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know when Kiely went missing. They want us to, and I'll bring up that picture again because there's a lot of chatter going on about that picture, you guys. And one of my girls sent me some stuff, and I'm still convinced that shit is not her. So anyway, but why is Jagger cleared? How does he have an alibi without there being a time of death? Because I don't think she died that night. Just like I don't believe her car went into the lake that night that they want to claim that it did. Hannah! Sorry. So, do you guys see what I'm saying about that? I think what is really going on here? Is this LE covering things up? What is happening here? Is this the community making sure they take care of one of the teens that is their future? Holy crap. Sugars, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You guys are awesome. It is highly appreciated. We really appreciate it. We try to put out good content for you guys, and I try to keep it as real as I can. I'm guessing. That's my guess. And yes, Gold, I will bring up the picture. Oh my gosh, my kids are fighting, y'all. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. Jeez. I know. I don't know how these other streamers do it. Like, they must not have kids, or they have somebody, like, watching their kids, or something. Okay. So, yeah, I will bring out that picture, and I'll show that to you guys again. But, yeah. I think there's a huge cover-up happening here, and I think that Ellie is involved in the community, and a lot of these businesses are tied into the community. And seriously, guys, if you think about it like that, it makes total sense. And I know a lot of you agree with me on that. But does it really make sense? And let's just talk about Jagger real quick for a minute, okay? So first he says that he was not there. There's 3 different stories he's told. 1, he said he was fishing. 2, he said he was at home in bed and his dad verified that, because any father would. And 3, he said that he was at his own party. He goes, I wasn't at that party. I was at my own party. So, I mean, which is it, Jagger? You lied just like Sammy lies. Y'all lied just like the 2 people who called in pretending to be party goers lies. Chiquita Blue, thank you so much for subscribing. None of y'all can be trusted. Not any teens in this story. So, that's just the way that I see it. And I do think that money played a big role in this. I think that, I think that that's why certain people in the family were pissed off, because after Kiely was found, donations stopped coming in and people started looking at them. Once Kiely was found, and they never wanted her found in the first place, which we all know. They did not want her found. They were not happy. Nobody was happy that AWP found her, except for the grandparent, or the father, the grandfather, and the father. But nobody else thanked AWP. Jagger was pissed off. The mom was pissed off. Kate said it was bullshit. It's like, it's funny that all you people that were in her life and claimed to love her were all mad when she was found. Now, why is that? Madelirium, and please explain to me why he would not be there when all of his friends were there. So he claims to be at another party, but all of his friends were at this party. But it's like, which story is it, Jagger? Were you at a party? Were you fishing? Or were you at home in bed like your dad said? I mean, every single person in this story has lied from day one. And we're all supposed to just shut up, mind our business, and call it an accident. No freaking way. All right, so let's talk about this picture, okay? So, somebody went through this picture and pointed out all of these sketchy areas of this picture, okay? Now, she says, this could all be a result of bad camera resolution, but the amount of glitches in the image does not seem right. The type of glitches, e.g. arm shape, inconsistent coloring, sharp edges, inconsistent blurring, it seems off. I'm not an expert in camera resolution, nor am I an expert in Photoshop, and I don't claim to be, but I do work in Photoshop occasionally for my work. If this image was in fact Photoshopped, why? All right, so let's look at her arm right here. And it actually, like, it's tinted green, if y'all can see that. Do you guys see that? It's like tinted, and then it's super blurry right here. And it looks like it's way out of shape, like it's way shaped wrong. Oh, Chiquita, thank you for the super chat. Okay. So she's got 1A right here. Oh, no. A's over here. Well, we got, 1A. My bad. Okay. Sharp edge of her hair. There's a sharp edge on hair length. Boxed looking layer near left side of hand. Yep. Possible cropped edge. Coloration of box does not match the background. That is true. See that? Appears to be boxed layer. Right here. B. Top left corner of box layer is discolored. Two, strange vertical line near hem of bodysuit. Right here. Discoloration near the armpit. Right here. You can see it. It's closer there. See that, you guys? Number 3. Right here. Blurred on upper arm edge. Looks edited. Arm seems to be missing pieces on the edge. Yeah, that is super weird. Look at that. That is totally screwed up. You could look at that arm, you guys. When you see it up close like this, you can tell that is not normal. Lower arm blurred, missing pieces on edge of arm shape. Yep, right here. That is so weird. Elbow point is too sharp. Elbow area looks edited. Shape is too distorted. Lower part of arm above elbow is too skinny. Arm is very discolored between shoulder and the forearm. It's green, you guys. Do you see that? 4. Where is the other white shoe? I know. Dude, this, can you, wait a minute. I know last time you guys couldn't see this, so let me. What the hell? Okay. Can you guys see this shoe down here? It is clearly a white freaking shoe. They said she had on black bands. But she's got over here. Okay, see right here where she's got it zoomed in? What is the pink object? Litter, barefoot. You see right here where it's pink? What the heck is that? And then 5, up here. Is this a mole, scratch, or a resolution glitch? There are a few other areas of this image that seem off, but wanted to focus on the obvious. Yeah, you can clearly tell that this is a photoshopped picture. And now, while we're on the picture, and because people are like, this is dumb. Why would anybody Photoshop this picture? Like, you want to hear something else that's dumb and doesn't make any sense? Normally, when a person goes missing and they are last seen at any kind of business or a store, right? They will tell you, okay, this person was last seen at 4:05 at Walmart on security footage, or at, Wegmans on security footage. But they said that Kiely was last seen at 6:08 on CCTV footage from a local business. Didn't even say the name of the business, which is super weird. That never happens, because normally you'd want them to know what business she was last seen at. But they have never told us that. So, ding, ding, ding. There's red flag number, 500 in this case. It's like, why didn't they tell us the name of the business? That's super sketchy. And if you put together them not wanting us to know what business this was, and all of these things that don't add up in the surveillance photo, it seems set up to me. Like, covered up. Like they are covering something up here. What do you guys think? I want to thank you guys all for being here. Please hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. And you guys can join the membership, join the channel, become a member. It's going to be awesome. And also, if you guys want to donate to the channel, there is a Cash App and a PayPal link in the description below. So anybody who wants to can do that. But you guys, do you not see, and all the people that are online right now saying that anybody who says this picture is fake is insane, I say, then prove to me that it's not. Prove to me that it's not photoshopped. Prove to me that it is a legit picture of Kiely. Prove to me, but like, where's the video that it was taken from? That's what I want to see. Show me the video that this picture was taken from that security footage, and okay, then we'll talk. But until you can do that, I don't want to hear it, and I'm not buying it. it's ludicrous, the kind of shit that they're trying to pass here. That they're trying to feed all of us. And it's like, hey, we're not a bunch of dummies. Like, we're going to look into the crap that you say. We're going to look into the stuff that goes on. Heather K, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Whoa. So, I mean, that's what I want to say. I mean, it's very unheard of. Look it up. Google it, because I did. It's very unheard of for when a person goes missing, for them to not tell you the name of the business that they were last seen at. Exactly, Madelarium. Show the video, the state, the location, and they won't. Why won't they? You have to ask yourself, why won't they? There's a reason. I wish AWP would come out with their stuff. I really do. I mean, it would put a lot of stuff, you know, it'd at least give us some stuff to go off of here. She does have longer hair. Unless somebody chopped her hair off. Unless somebody chopped her hair off before this was taken. And then she gained some weight in her legs, in her thighs. And, you know, she's got some weird ass shaped arms. Then this is not her. Exactly. Show me the video, tell me the name of the store, and show me the video where this came from. And I'll back up off the picture. But until you do, I'm still going to stand here and say that is not Kiely. That is a photoshopped picture. I mean, it's ludicrous, the kind of shit that is going on here. Are you guys done with this picture? Can I switch it now? All right, so let's go on. Kathy, thank you for subscribing. I really do try to keep it as like real over here as I can. I don't want to sugarcoat anything. I'm not worrying about beating around the bush trying to hurt somebody's feelings. Like, I just tell it like it is. Tell it like I see it. So thank you. I appreciate everybody that, you know, appreciates that. All right, so let's go on. So I found this pretty interesting. Thought it was pretty weird because a lot of people now online are saying that, oh, Kiely was suicidal and, you know, she probably did this to herself that night. And they're trying to say that the way Jagger talked to her, like he knew that she was suicidal and he knew that she was going to do something. But I don't buy it. And check out what Jagger posted on his Instagram today. I had to do it in like 4 different shots. So, okay. Ugh. All right. So, it was a picture of a motorcycle or a crotch rocket, and it says, "Men have it so easy. 1 every 14.4 minutes. Women are more depressed. 77% of suicides. Men don't get raped. $834,700 say otherwise. Don't you think that's weird? I thought that was weird. Like, that's a weird thing to post, in my opinion. I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird. So, I don't know. Yeah. I just thought that was pretty weird. I thought you guys would want to see that. I know it was weird to talk about how women are depressed and men have it easy because, women get raped and women are depressed. And it's just, I know. Freaking nut. All right. So, okay. Let me pull up these. Yep. All right. So, from Sacramento, and I'll tell you why I think this is important. So, from Sacramento to Truckee is an hour and 40 minutes on 80. Okay? 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's it. That's not that far. Right? Now, I keep bringing this up because a lot of people don't seem to realize, or a lot of people don't seem to think that these two things could be connected. But in my head, I think I think these things are connected, y'all. Now, 2 days ago on the Neighbors app at 1 a.m., a topless female was being chased by a Honda CRV and was pulled back into the vehicle in Sacramento, 1 hour and 38 minutes away from Prosser Campground. Kiely drives a Honda CRV. Her tank top was possibly found at the scene, down the road from Prosser Campground. And you know what? The lady who found that top, it was on the way from Boca to Prosser. That's where that top was found. I just think what are the chances that another female that was wearing the same shirt Kiely was wearing, just happened to, with the same vehicle, just happened to be in, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are the chances that was not Kiely and that was another girl? I'm just saying. They say that everybody took off from the campground at 12:30. I don't believe that the other girl, there's just so many stories, but how do we know this, you guys? It's only an hour and a half drive from Prosser to Sacramento. They could have left a lot earlier than they had said. They could have never freaking been there. You know what I mean? So it's not too far-fetched to think that this could possibly have been the situation that Kiely was in. Who was in her car chasing her down? She was topless because her shirts had been taken from her. She ran and tried to get away, and they pulled her back into the vehicle. What are the chances that that's another girl? I'm just saying, with a Honda CRV. And at first, and American Dream Chaser actually asked Sammy about this during the interview. She was like, oh, yep, that we looked into that. That was not confirmed. That was not true. What if it was true? Why is everything that we have come from Sammy? Why do we take this girl's word for anything? To me, it ain't worth shit. Why do we believe what she says? Do you know what I'm saying? Why? Why are we buying it? I'm just saying. That's my opinion. I think this is something important, which is why I haven't let it go. But everybody else, when it first came out, and then they were like, nope, not true. It was just tossed to the side. I don't think it ever should have been just tossed to the side. It should have been thoroughly looked into. But it wouldn't be if the cops were trying to cover shit up. It just wouldn't be. We don't know where Sammy went. Sammy supposedly was on the phone with Kiely, and even though there's no record of that call, remember when she had to say, oh, I'm driving. I'm being driven home. I'm in the passenger seat. It's like these girls that called in saying they were at the party. It's like you're all so full of shit. You put in all these extra details to make it sound like a true story, but it really sounds even more made up. Like when you talk to somebody on the phone, you're not like, hey, yeah, I'm driving. Or you're not like, hey, You're not like, hey, I'm in the car in the passenger seat going to the store. You're like, hey, I'm in the car going to the store. You don't ever have to mention what seat you're in because that's not normal. Alyssa, thank you for subscribing to the channel. So I'm just saying, everybody who wants to just push this to the side and say, no, that's bull, I'm just saying, think about it. Have an open mind and think about it because everything in this case is off. Okay, so SF put this out. Ugh, y'all, I gotta fix that. Okay, so SF put this tweet out. It seems people are finally starting to believe Jagger's been cleared. So if he's not at Boca, then what does that say about the roadside assistance story? That it was a marketing hype, which I have gotten destroyed for saying. 1 month, no roadside assistance video, suspects, now what? Hold on, let me read that real quick, you guys. Sorry. Rosanna, thank you. Okay. Now this guy, can someone explain to me? I don't believe SF at all. I think he is shady as shit. I think he's totally sketchy. And now, like, what happened to him? Because when he first came out there, he was thinking foul play, right? He was on team foul play. But now, like, and ever for the last how long, he's been pushing the accident theory. The accident. It was an accident. He's been pushing that agenda. And anybody that says otherwise, he's calling you out, telling you you're freaking stupid, telling you you're dumb, telling you you're a conspiracy nut, telling people, like, not to look when they cross the street. I mean, it's crazy. And I wrote to him back, I don't believe it, and I never will. He knows way more than he is saying. So instead of you being another person defending those teens, why don't you act like a real investigator and effing investigate what really happened to Kiely? Of course, I didn't get any response from that because what's he going to say to me? You know, I'd freaking bitch him out too. It's like, what's wrong with you people? What is wrong with everybody in this story? Seriously. Randy Man, thank you for subscribing. You guys, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's grow this channel. And, yeah, so I don't believe him. I don't believe SF at all. I mean, that guy wants to be like, nobody is owed anything. Nobody is owed an explanation. Nobody is entitled to an explanation. I hope they come out and tell everybody that it was an accident and they don't release shit. And all you people on the internet have to just suck it up. Oh, I'm not sucking nothing up there, guy. I believe what I believe, and I believe that for a reason. So you want to push that accidental story agenda, you better push that shit on somebody else because I'm not buying it. I don't believe it for not one freaking minute. And it's like, who are you really here to help? What are you even here for? Because we're all supposed to be here to get justice for Kiely. You call yourself an investigator? The way you act, you couldn't investigate your way out of a paper bag. So what is really going on here? Who's paying you? Who's paying you to push this accident agenda? Who's paying you to push all this crap? It's kind of insane. Oh my gosh, you guys. All right. So let's talk about Check It. Okay? Handing over, and he posted this the other day. Handing over the laptop video has been removed and not available to anyone. Please do not join our channel as it is not available to view. Apologies for the inconvenience this may have caused. Until we have mature audiences, we will no longer be showing the video. We will be monitoring the web for copyright violations. Have a wonderful day. What? Seriously? Jesse, thank you for subscribing. Okay. I don't know what this guy's gig is, and I did not know that he lived in Truckee until Chad told me the other day. Yesterday, I think it was. When Check It came out and said he lived in Truckee. Which before, he said that he had to leave his family and he was camping there for a week when he was looking for evidence. So, I don't know about his story either. Okay. So now let's just talk about the video that he did post. So he posted a video where the grandmother and I don't know, was that the grandmother, you guys? Was that the grandfather's wife that was with them and she was recording it on the phone? Yeah, there's too much of a delay. It'd take forever for you guys to answer me. Okay, well, anyway, whoever that lady was, like, she was smiling and giggling the whole time while she was filming this guy hand the laptop over to the grandfather. So I don't know what the story is there. Grandpa's fiance. Okay. But it was so weird. And then you got this Check It guy who is more interested in obviously getting money and then like getting justice for Kiely or making sure, because if the cops left that stuff behind and they did not want to collect it, like for him to be the way he was about it, I think is just wrong. The world is a vampire. Thank you so much for the super chats. She said, thank you. Keep their feet to the fire. I will. Thank you. But seriously, so I don't know what the gig is here, but this guy's sketchy. I think he's sketchy as shit too. Like Chad watched his live he did the other night. Well, the first live he did was super weird for me because when he found the laptop, because he was like crying, and he was like very emotional, and then he was like getting drunk, and I don't know what was going on. And then when he did the live showing, I don't know if it was after I don't watch him. So I don't know when it was, but Chad said that he did a video and he was getting drunk again and he had the hiccups, and the guy, and he's all about money. Like, well, you have to be, you know what, I don't know. This guy, and he wants to, he came out of the gate wanting to sue people and go after all these other YouTubers. And now when you watch his videos, there's like a little line on the bottom of it it's all copyrighted. So it says like 2022 copyright, like you cannot use anything without written consent. Like we will sue you. And it's like, dude, what is your freaking problem? Like who's paying you? Who hired you to do this? Like what is happening here? What the hell is going on in this case? Stephen Mike, thank you for subscribing. Gregory Worth, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, thank you. Throw their butts in the fire. I will try. I will do my best. And y'all, I just really want to make sure that Kiely gets justice. And I want to make sure that she can rest in peace knowing that we have her back down here. So that's how we look at it. Like, you know what? The mom and everybody else can say, oh, we support these teens. We got their backs. You know, they got an army behind them. They're our future. Like, we got them. We're going to protect them. Well, you know what? We're Kylie's army. We're going to search for her answers. We got her back. And that's just the way that it's going to be. That's how I feel. I don't know about any of these other sketchy characters involved. Party goer number 1, Jane Doe number 1, full of shit. Jane Doe number 2, full of shit. SF investigates, full of crap. This Check It guy, I think he's full of crap too. I don't know. Like, I don't trust any of these outsiders that want to claim to have all this, have the inside scoop. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but that's just how I feel. Oh, Barbie Watson, thank you for becoming a member. That's awesome. I think you're gonna like it. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you so much for becoming a member. So yeah, I just want to make sure that the people that did this to Kiely are held responsible. And if that means that I got to spend, all this time trying to expose people and call it out, then that's what I'm going to do. Because I just feel like that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And, that's just the way that it is. I don't know about, anybody else, but, we're going to stay on top of it over here on our channel. And we're going to do everything that we can to expose this and make sure that, everybody who's needs to be called out is called out. Like, it's just crazy. And if I have to freaking scream cover up, and if I have to scream cover up and I have to scream, all this stuff, then that's just what I'll do. And people can call me conspiracy, they can call me crazy, they can call me whatever they want. But that's just the way that it is. I don't know, you guys. It's just so crazy, and everybody in this story seems to be so full of crap. And they got the worst stories you ever heard. They seem totally made up. And it's just insane to me. I just can't deal with it. I can't deal with all the BS that goes around and nobody wants to say anything. And, all Kiely needed was one freaking person with a conscience to stand up for her. All Kiely needed was one voice to stand out, to come out and say what really happened. All she needed was one person. And there was not one person that could be there to do that for her. There was not one person that could have had her back. XPen, $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Do we know where the neighborhood that saw a girl running is? No, we know it's in Sacramento. I don't think it said on there the name of the neighborhood, but I'm sure we can find out. But let's not forget that Miss Kate, her dad is a sheriff's deputy in Sacramento. So that's what I'm saying, you guys. The connections are everywhere here. Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts to me. Matalirium, kids may not have seen her at the Prosser party because she wasn't there. Yeah, I don't think she was there at all. I don't think there was a party, you guys. I really don't, in my heart, I don't think there was a party that night. I think that's why Sammy had to collect all these old photos from other parties, and she handed them it, and she put them out there. She was like, oh, yep, these are parties from that night. But she didn't know. She didn't count on all of us YouTubers and all of us in social media that were going to pull everything apart and really find out where they came from. They weren't expecting that. But that's why I don't believe there was a party. I don't believe that chick's story for sure, who wants to be like, oh, well, people don't take pictures or videos at parties, only of their friends' faces. Shut up. Please get away from me. That's how you want to be. Yeah, everything. It's just insane. And if you guys remember, so Boca is where the car broke down. That is where the roadside assistance guy had to go to start that car. Oh, and I don't know if you guys knew this, and I didn't know this. I was informed of this by somebody right before my live. that Kiely's car, her specific car, was recalled because it went into neutral by itself. It would just go into neutral and the car wouldn't start. So when these freaking kids had her car and it just went into neutral by itself, they wouldn't have known that. They wouldn't have known that it kicked into neutral. So that's why they couldn't figure out why the car wouldn't start. And the roadside assistance guy said, because it's in neutral. Because it kicked into neutral by itself. They actually recalled the cars for that. Now, I don't know if Kiely's parents ever got a new one. You know what I mean? After the recall. But her car, the Honda CR-V, the 2013, would randomly just go into neutral by itself. And the kids, think about it. They wouldn't have known that. So they would have been like, what the hell? Why won't the car start? Like, what are we going to do? Like, we have to get rid of this car. We have to get out of here. You know, it's freaking daylight. We got to get out of here before people see us. Okay, now, that's a good question. How far is Boca from Sacramento? Well, Truckee from... Any one of my mods want to look that up real quick? How far is Boca from Sacramento? Because you guys, her car did not go into the lake the night that they claimed that the party happened. Okay? We know that because the roadside assistance guy saw her car the very next morning at Boca, which is where I believe that they wanted to put the car, but they couldn't put the car in Boca because it was too shallow. So then they had to get out of there. It was daylight, right? They had to get out of there. So where did they go to stash the car? Could it have been Sacramento? Steeler Suzanne, thank you so much for becoming a member. That's awesome. Now, could they have stashed the car somewhere in Sacramento? Possibly. Could they have stashed the car somewhere in Reno? Because if you remember, the very next day, Jagger and Kate just came back from Reno. What were they doing in Reno? I'm just saying, you guys, you got to really think about these things because we're really being lied to by everybody involved. The teens, the community, the freaking Ellie, everybody. So we're basically left at our own defenses, or our own, to figure this shit out. But really, so think about it. So they had to get rid of the car. Now, where could they possibly have taken the car? Could it have been Sacramento? Could they have had her for a few days? You know what I mean? It's scary to think what really could have happened to Kiely. It's scary to think what really might have happened to this girl. And these jerk-offs that are involved and that are getting shit all over social media, and rightfully so. It's nuts, guys. Nobody could do anything. Nobody could say anything. Nobody could stand up for her. Did you just get out of the shower? I'll be right there. I'm almost done. You gotta wait for mommy. I know. I love you. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let me see. Wild Fox, thank you for subscribing to the channel. So I'm just saying, it is actually, you know what? Let me pull up my freaking map over here. I'll see if it's on. I don't know if it is, but we'll see. Oh, this is Truckee to Sacramento. Ugh. All right, this is Reno to Truckee. Oh my God. If I get these damn pictures, you guys, I'm sorry. I don't know why it does that to me. It's so dumb. CJ Hernandez, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Well, y'all, if I could get these pictures to pull up, that would be freaking fantastic. All right, we're looking for Sacramento, right? Okay. Here's Lake Tahoe. Let me... Oh! Where is it? Well, Sacramento, where Boca is somewhere. Oh, we gotta get a better picture of that. All right. Yeah, and this is okay. What am I thinking, dummy? That's a picture. But it could be done, y'all. It is possible. I just think there's so much shit in this story that is out there. You know, nothing is what it seems. And don't ever believe that something is what it seems. Thank you. Say hi, thank everybody for...
What's up, guys? Kids are down there rollerblading.
Oh boy. I hope not.
I'm busy.
Make sure helmets are on. Okay. Terry, thank you for subscribing. So yeah, you guys, do you see what I'm saying? From everybody in this story, everybody has just been full of crap. Everybody has lied. It's just numerous lies over and over and over. You really can't believe anything from anybody. Grace, I did hear that. Listen, you know what, Kate? For somebody, listen, Miss Creme Brulee over there, I know. Okay, right here. Yep. Miss Creme Brulee over there. And then you don't hear nothing from her. And then the only thing you hear from her is that when AWP, when their story came out, she said it's bullshit. She said it's bullshit. And then when she was asked about, oh my God, there's so much in my brain, you guys. Then she was asked about something else. I can't even think of what it was right now. And her answer to that was, why do you guys believe all this bullshit? But she never, sleeping with Jagger. But she never denies it. It would not surprise me, y'all, in the community with these teens, if Jagger was with Sammy, if Jagger was with Kate, if Jagger was with Kiely, if Jagger was with all these other people. It seemed to be these kids' life. You know, these kids had the strangest life I've ever seen, just partying it up all the time and drinking and doing drugs and doing whatever they wanted, and their parents just let them do it. And you know, that's the kind of the community that this was, right? Like Children of the Corn, but in Truckee. Children of the Truckee, you guys. Kim, thank you for subscribing to the channel. We appreciate it. Again, you guys, please hit that thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. And please share this video. Spread it around. Spread it on social media, because I think that a lot of people need to just take what is. Take it for what it is. Let's call it for what it is. And let's just, be real. Hey, this is what we got. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, and I really believe this, you guys. For those of you that are new, you might not know what I'm talking about. But go back and watch my past few videos on this. I really believe this is a community. These teens are the future of this community, right? That's how it works. They're raised in the community and then they become leaders of the community. I believe I believe LE's children are involved. I believe LE are involved. I believe trucky business owners are involved. I believe that lots and lots of people that we don't even know of yet are involved in all of this. Mace, get me the lighters from Dad. And that's just the way that I see it. So until they want to, and again, until they want to come out and show me the freaking video from that store, from that security footage, then I will continue to believe that that is photoshopped and that is not Kiely. And that's just, again, you guys, I just call it like I see it. And if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. Rocco, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I've heard that a lot from a lot of people that mom didn't have custody of Kiely. But again, I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I've heard. And you guys, if you guys did not catch my live yesterday, okay, let me actually, you know what? I'm going to grab that picture real quick. Did y'all hear about, I know my viewers and people who were with me yesterday did, but did y'all hear, do you guys know about the keychain? I know my regulars know about it, but do you guys know about it? Come on, guys. There's only 288 thumbs up. There's 500 people in here. Let's hit that button. It doesn't cost you anything. Just hit that button. Sugar and Spice, thank you. You're awesome. Okay, so this keychain, you know what? Let me pull up that picture. Give me just a freaking second. Let me open my Kiely Rodni case file over here. All right, let me find it. Uh-oh, where is it? Uh-oh, I don't see it. I don't see it, you guys. This is not good. Hold on, I know. Oh, right here. I'm probably going to have to open it twice because these tend to shut down on me. I don't know why. Jeremy, Tracy, thank you guys for subscribing. All right, so for all of you guys that do not know, this picture was posted. Why can't I move this? This picture was posted up at the search party when they all went to go search, right? So it says, download all trails, free app, keep list of your movements, start, stop, highway, neighborhood trails, blah, blah, blah. Report to Sammy if any sign is found. Okay. Wear a white shirt for your search party. All right, now listen to this, you guys. Kiely's keychain is a purple and blue Zoomies straw keychain. So at this point, Kiely is missing. We don't know where Kiely is. We don't know where her car is. So how in the hell do we know that her keychain is missing? How do we know that her keychain is not on her keys? Right? That's suspect as shit. And did nobody who went there to search that day read this and go, excuse me, guys, just quick question over here. How do we know her how do we know that we have to look for her keychain? How do we know her keychain is missing? If she's missing and her car is missing, how do we know that her car or her keychain is not on her keys in her car? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Because the last person to have her freaking keys would be the only person to know that her keychain was lost. Who was that? Could that possibly have been Miss Sammy? The one setting this all up? The one running this show over here? But nobody was like, hey, how do we know her keychain's missing? I'll be done in like 5 minutes, Mace. So yeah, how do we know her keychain's missing, guys? This is a big thing, and I don't know how this was missed for so long. But how do we know? The only person that could have possibly known that Kiely's keychain was not on her car was the last person to have her keys. Now, did it fall off in a fight? Did it fall off? Possibly the keychain fall off when Sammy or whoever grabbed the keys and took them with force from Kiely? Could that have been when the keychain got lost? And report to Sammy if any sign is found. I mean, come on. What the hell? I'm almost done.
Yeah, one doesn't walk. Is that one dead? Is this one dead? I mean, if they're both...
No, you got. Love you, doll. I will be done. Give me just 5 more minutes. So you guys see what I'm saying? Like, hello. How do we know her freaking keychain is missing when she's missing? That's all I'm saying. And that should have been a huge red flag to anybody that was there. They should have been like, guys, excuse me. How do we know her keychain's missing? I know. Report to Sammy. I know. Seriously, right? It's so disgusting. And this chick's out there living her life, freaking partying it up, drinking, hanging out with her friends. And here we are trying to fight for Kiely. Trying to fight for answers for Kiely because nobody in her life cared enough to get them. Her mom wants everybody to just shut up, mind their own business, get a hobby, and move on. And, you know, they want us to just believe that it was an accident and just move on with our life. So they can protect the teens in this story. So they can protect the teens in this community. It's bullshit. It's bullshit and nobody should stand for it. And that's just the way that I feel. Gold said, is it proven that the keys didn't have the keychain? Well, no, but Sammy knew that the keychain was missing. That's why it's up here. But somebody with half a brain who was there should have been like, how do we know the keychain's missing? She's missing. Her car's missing. How the hell do we know her keychain's not on her keys? You know what I'm saying? So it's just everything, you guys. I know, you guys. I'm sorry. I do got to get going. There's a lot going on. My kids need me. But I like doing these lives with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please, again, hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe. Again, there's 2 links in the donation, one for PayPal, one for Cash App. It really helps the channel. You guys don't even know. We just appreciate all of it so much. Thank you for everybody who donated. Thank you for everybody who super chatted. And for all of our new members, you guys are awesome. So please like, share, subscribe. Please leave comments after the video. Please share this. Share it on Twitter. Share it on freaking TikTok. Share it on everywhere. Just drop the links everywhere and share it because this information should be out there and everybody should look at it from the logical side, I feel like. So again, until next time, stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep asking these hard questions. All right, you guys.